What makes corporate so funny is that it gives you this illusion of safety. Like if you work very hard and you keep your head down, that you will have job stability, which sounds reasonable if everything is going great within an organization and they're growing and the people that work there like their jobs, and it's a community of people that are, thoughtful about the job and what they do. There are still companies out there that are like that, but the vast majority of companies, and I'd actually say 100% of companies, that if financially they hit a hard time, they're gonna get rid of folks. And you know who companies love to get rid of first? HR, marketing. It's HR. They like to get rid of marketing. I think they get rid of some of the administration, like the secretaries, the admins. But the first people on the chopping block are operations, the back end of the organization. They make sure that they keep their sales team involved. So that says a lot about them, And the reason that I'm even mentioning all of this is because we're at a crossroad, people, and when it comes to where things are going. I tell you right off the bat, don't work for big tech companies. It's cutthroat as hell. I'm serious, folks. They really don't care about you. When you join a tech company, you're at the nucleus of the technological age. Like, you're at the club. You get to visit the club. And I know people say, "Oh, what do you mean? It's not really a club." But you get what you would consider premium treatment, like preferred treatment, but it's still the same hodgepodge rat race run-of-the-mill job. Enjoying the prestige of clout, of their prestige and clout of saying, "Look at me, I'm a Googler. I get perks like unlimited PTO," which, side note, you can take, but depending on the project timeline, may or may not be a good idea, because you can get blacklisted if you're going on vacation when there is a deadline coming up. No one ever says anything, but you feel it. You just know you left them hanging, or you feel guilt for leaving them hanging, and that's not cool. Like we're humans within an organization, but we have our own individual needs and our family needs. So if I'm too emotionally involved with my coworkers, that's me not being emotionally involved with my family. So I just want to flag that. And I'm saying this, I'm not a hater. I have sucked the teat of the tech corporation, bathing in the glory of being in the club of those who made it behind the scenes, was able to enter the doors of a big organization. I had the honor to kneel before the mighty tech companies focus exclusively on making more money, period. Be part of increasing revenue, or you can get the heck out of here. Why do you think HR, accounting, marketing, and admins are historically underpaid, overworked, and or discarded at the first hint of financial trouble? Your job at big tech is to work as a collective to persuade our audience to buy, while telling the shareholders that we have increased profit by reconfiguring or rejiggering or reconstructing or reinventing or revolutionizing or stepping into or you fill it up with any word that is adding a new feature, hoping to mark up an item's price. A feature that should have been featured 10 years ago. I don't want to talk about, or maybe I do want to talk about it. can we talk about why doesn't my iPhone have scheduled messages? I should be able to schedule a message to send to someone 20 years later. Well, it's not 20 years. It came out, 2007? Right? 2007, 15 years later. I should be able to send a scheduled text message. Those Android phones can. All right, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. So, back to the story. So, my new changes justifies a 50% uptick in sales and some lucky mid-manager a promotion with a new job title, new job, new title, new responsibilities, and a 5% raise if the manager remembers the raise. Working at big tech is like going to a prestigious college. Everyone knows how they got there and knows that they are part of the rare group that can say that they were part of the birth of technology. And you can imagine the bragging rights that comes with it. You'll always be interesting to someone, always. And any tier 2 or tier 3 company wants you. They take the leftovers to have just a little taste of what intellectual property they can scrape from your mind without violating any NDA. To be honest, I think these companies are scum because they waste your time. Interviews for fake roles, interviews where job responsibilities aren't discussed, but more so conversations that are like, what did you do for them? Which in hindsight was more so free interviews for them to try and see what's the next big thing coming down the pipeline. What they should focus on to help make themselves more money, blah, blah, blah. Shallow people, shallow companies, bullshit work, endless sales mill. It never stops. Like, and let's be honest, Google has been around for over 20 years now. They are not spring chickens. The companies among others like Microsoft, Facebook, and Twitter have learned how to use their notoriety to build up momentum and a desire to work there. I can tell you that some of the pay and culture is like really crappy, like a technological factory where you use portions of your brains to either solve one problem alone for your group or to like do a repetitive task over and over again to numb your brain. It's not like some of these top tier companies, these prestigious companies, they actually can pay you less than a company that's a tier 2 or tier 3 company, because tier 1 companies know everyone wants to work for them. So they're going to do whatever they want to do to you and know, to be honest, it's kind of an even exchange, because when you leave a tier 1 company, you can probably work anywhere, but it's a shallow life, because the folks that want to work with you just want to pick your brain or interview, and you just waste a lot of time, just being used. It's kind of shitty. And you don't know whether they really want you or they just want to be nosy, which is kind of sad. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked what you've heard, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a thumbs up. And if you want to support the channel, I put some links in the description. And have a good day, y'all.